friends, welcome to A Little of It All. We are jumping right in today. I have got a fun one. Today we are going to be talking about prop money and placeholders. What are they? Why you should use them? How you can use them in different ways. I get comments all the time, mostly on my reels and my shorts, about that I'm using fake money or prop money, or that it says copy, or that it's not real. So I thought, well, let me do a video explaining what prop money is, how I use it, why I use it, as well as placeholders, because they're not the same to me, and why I use placeholders, how I use placeholders, and how they're different. So let's just go ahead and get started with prop money. So prop money, what is it? Prop money is fake money that looks like real money that you can use in place of real money for various different reasons. So I have the prop money here that I use, and you can see it looks almost exactly like real money, except for it says copy money at the top. And when I use it in my reels and things, people will always say like, oh, that's not real money, that's fake money. Well, that's absolutely correct. I'm not trying to hide that. However, it represents money that I have in my bank account. So here's the 10s, the 5s, and the 1s. It all looks so super real, except for that it says copy money. But what about placeholders? What's the difference? So placeholders, they are not the same as prop money in my opinion. These usually don't look like prop money at all. They take the place of a chunk of cash that you have saved, that you're working on saving. Once you reach a specific savings goal, you pop in a placeholder and you take that money out of your specific envelope. So these are the placeholders that I make and that I have and that I use. And so as you can see, they do not at all look like prop money or cash in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's because it is a placeholder. It's one specific thing that you use in place of a chunk of cash. So why do you even use these? What's the purpose of prop money, placeholders? Why are they important? There are so many different reasons to use placeholders and prop money. First and foremost, people may not actually like carrying around cash. They may not feel safe carrying around cash, or they may be digital cash stuffers. They may not like having a large chunk of change, a large, significant amount of cash in their home. So they will use prop money or placeholders instead. Now you may be like, well, why not just be a digital cash stuffer, or why do you even budget? What's even the point if you're not going to use the real cash? Well, there's actually for the visualization. Some people, definitely me included, need that visualization of the prop money to know how much they're actually spending. There's been a ton of different research done on like cash stuffing and spending cash, and it's completely different when you actually have the cash in hand and you use that instead of swiping your debit or your credit card. So this is a great option for people who don't feel comfortable carrying cash or a large amount of cash. They can use the prop money. They can take the money in and out of their envelopes. I've even seen some people use it in their wallets, use the prop money in their wallets, and whenever they spend, they take the prop money out of their specific envelope in their wallet, so they'll know how much they have left in that specific category in their online, buckets, or however they choose to set up their online banking. Prop money is a great way for digital cash stuffers to still keep track of their spending and know how much they're spending, and almost get the same experience as using cash. Another reason that people may use prop money, some people think that it's better to have money in the bank gaining interest, or a high yield savings account gaining interest. So they will say, I'm not going to actually withdraw that money. I'm going to use the prop money that represents the money that I have in the bank that's gaining interest. My money's making money for me, or that high yield savings account, that money's making money for them. And they'll just pull out the cash that they would have stuffed or would have used and use that instead to take the place in their envelopes and savings challenges and sinking funds and all that fun stuff. So that way they're gaining even more money by leaving their money in their specific accounts, their high yield savings accounts, their high interest accounts, so that money can accumulate and get money for them while they're still getting the cash stuffing experience. Probably one of the most common ways that you've seen people use placeholders or prop money is when people are switching out their bills, like a bill switch or a bill swap, if you've ever heard somebody talk about that. So what that is once an envelope, a sinking fund, savings challenge, whatever it might be, hits a certain goal or a certain amount, they will switch out, people will switch out for prop money so they can take, again, that money out of that envelope and put it in the high yield savings account so that money can make money for them. Or once it's reached a big chunk, like their goal that they wanted to reach in that envelope, they'll take all of that money out and put in a placeholder, whether it was $100, $1,000, $5,000, whatever it might be, so that will represent this envelope is fully funded. I've met this goal. This money is in the bank and it's making that money for me. It's sitting there. It's safe. I don't have to worry about it, but it still gives that visual representation of, hey, I've done this. I've hit that goal. I've met that challenge and I've saved this much. It's just sitting in the bank for me. My most common in using, I would say, placeholders and not prop money, I'll get to how I use prop money in just a second, is for a cash condensing. And so that's kind of like a bill swap in my opinion. So I'm in my savings challenges binder right now, and as you can see, these envelopes are pretty thick. They have a lot of lower denomination bills in them, 5s and 1s. And so when I get ready to do my cash condensing, what I will do is let's say we'll take house projects, and I'll pull out house projects. We can see that I've already condensed this several times. I have $100, $200, $300 in placeholders in our high yield savings account, and then I'll count out 100 more. Once I reach that $100 goal, I'll count out $100 more. I will pull all of that cash. I'll put another $100 placeholder into house projects, and I will pop that money into the specific bucket for our house projects in our Ally high yield savings account that will get interest for us. Same thing with all of these other ones. I think these all pretty much have placeholders now where I've reached a certain goal. Vacation has a $100 placeholder. I know Christmas has $100 placeholders in it as well. So that's how I use placeholders, and that is how it's most common that I will use these placeholders, is when I have reached a certain savings goal and I want to make sure that I condense my envelopes, because as you can see, these envelopes are very sturdy. They're very good quality. However, if you put too much in here, if you stuff it out, if you pack it out, your envelope is going to bust. And that's even with the vinyl, plastic, PVC zipper top envelopes as well. You want to make sure you take care of your envelopes and you don't stuff them out too much. So you got to condense that cash. And one way you can do that is with your placeholders. So that's with the placeholders. However, you may be like, you've talked a lot about placeholders, but what's with the prop money? Why is that different to you? Well, for me, prop money is different. It's two different things in my head, because prop money is what I use to represent the money that we leave in our checking account for our auto drafted bills. Now, ideally, you want to be 1 month ahead, 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead, but we're not there. So what I like to do is I like to use prop money to stuff our bill binder. This is our bill binder right here. And as you can see, in our bill binder, we have envelopes with each one of our specific bills. We've got tithe, mortgage, electricity, all of our subscriptions, internet, our dog care, Apple storage, Peacock, Google Plus, all of it. What we pay to our credit card, all of this money is left in our checking account because all of those bills are auto drafted out, and I don't want to have to worry about stuffing it, unstuffing it, making sure I get it back to the bank on time. That is just a level of stress that I don't need in my life right now. So I use prop money to represent how much we budget for our bills, how much we're paying for each bill, and it helps me keep on track with our budget to make sure that everything has been paid, everything is being paid on time. I have the bills sectioned off. Like in my brain, I know like what bills come out of each check. So that's how I use the prop money. And I think that's why people get confused a lot within our cash stuffings and things that I post online, is because they're like, that's not real money. And they're right, it's not real money. However, it does represent real money that I do have in our checking account. So that is the difference between prop money and the placeholders for me. The placeholders represent the money that I've saved a big chunk chunk of cash that I have saved, and I'm pulling and placing in our high yield savings account, and the prop money represents money that is in our checking account that I leave in our checking account for the auto drafted bills. Both of these options can be interchangeable. That's just how I differentiate them in my brain, but you can use them interchangeably. You can do it however you want to set up your cash stuffing system. Prop money and placeholders make it so super easy for you to track your money while it's in a safe place and possibly gaining interest if you have a checking or a high yield savings account that accrues interest over time. Now I just thought that I would show you the different prop money and placeholders and things that I use. So on my Etsy shop, and I'll pull it up right now, I have this available. I have all of these placeholders available on my Etsy shop. Again, you can see they're kind of like a marble theme, and I have all the way from $50 to $10,000 increments and then fully funded. I also have digital versions that I have printed out that look like this right here. Now, these are not the only options that I have available. This is just what I had on hand in my stash, but I have $50 ones. I have $100 ones. I think I even have some lower denomination ones that are digital downloads like 20s and things like that, but I'll be pulling that up right now and showing you guys online on my Etsy shop what's available there. There are also tons of other awesome Etsy shops that have so super cute placeholders. They have some that are like Disney themed. Oh my gosh, they're like woodland creatures. There are tons of options out there. So if you don't like this vibe at all, definitely do your research. Look on Etsy. You know, you can just type in probably whatever theme you're looking for, and then placeholder or whatever theme you want, or prop money. This is what's available on my Etsy shop, as well as the hard copy versions that I just showed you, those marble ones. Let me just show you what I've bought from other people in the past, just so you can see what all's out there. The possibilities are endless. And the beautiful thing about a lot of this prop money and these placeholders is that they are the size of dollar bills. Let me show you. So here's a dollar that I just pulled. It's a real dollar. Here's a placeholder right here. As you can see, you can put it up against the placeholder, the prop money, and it is almost exactly the same. Same with this one, the digital download on my shop, as well as the placeholders that I sell physical versions of. Like it lines up perfectly, and I love that so much that it lines up perfectly. And then the prop money, of course, is going to be just to the T because it's prop money. So if you're worried about getting a placeholder or a prop bill that you're like, oh, what if it's too big? What if it's too small? Most of these are exactly the same, but these are some fun ones that someone gifted to me. These are $5,000 placeholders. These are some $1,000 placeholders, some that I have made, some from the Aesthetic Dollar. Here's another one that is a digital download on my shop. These are some older ones that I've made. But yeah, as you can see, just tons of different options out there. So you can probably find your theme and aesthetic. Whatever you're looking for is going to be available to you. Here's some $10,000 ones. These are just some old envelopes that I don't use anymore that I store them in so I can access them easily. Just some different $500 ones. So yes, it is super easy to find what you are looking for in the cash stuffing community, whatever kind of vibe or theme that you're wanting. And there we have it, my friends. That is today's video. I hope that I cleared some things up for you guys. I hope that I maybe explained that a little bit better. Maybe you can get a little bit of a better understanding what is prop money, what's placeholders, how you can use them, why they are valuable, all the different ways that you can use them. There is no specific right or wrong way. It is however works best for you and your budget, however you want to do it, whether you're a digital cash stuffer, whether you don't want to carry around the cash, whether you want that money to be gaining interest for you, whatever it is okay to use that prop money and those placeholders, however works best for you and your budget. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today, my friends. I really, really appreciate you guys. Don't give up doing great things. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.